Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Techvity Investing, and today we are going to talk about the review of quarterly results for ABB Power Products and Systems Limited. So do note that this company follows a January to December calendar, and that's why the January to March quarter comes out to be quarter one for the company, unlike quarter four for the other companies. So very briefly, I'll tell you what are the prominent points that come out from the result, and then I'll take you to the company's investor presentation and show you what these points exactly are. Number one, the company has given decent growth in revenues. Now, what are the exact numbers? We'll go and see in the investor presentation. Number two, the incremental orders for the company stand at around 800 crores consistently, and this number has been consistent for the last couple of quarters. Now, this company is having presence in three different segments. One is products, second is projects, and third is services. And the project segment is a considerable part of the overall revenues for the company, and that is why it is very important to talk about the order book for this company. Number three, other expenses remain not very high though, but they remain consistently high for the company. Now, one point why other expenses remain high for the company is that this company is currently using the ERP system of ABB India Limited. Okay. And a couple of quarters back, the company demerged their operations from ABB India Limited, and the Power Grids division was sold to Hitachi. And this company now is actually Hitachi ABB India Limited. All right. So since the company is using ABB India Limited's ERP system, they are showing some kind of an expense in the other expenses head. Okay. So I'll show it to you when we see the financial statements. The next point is that the order portfolio has significantly improved and the contribution from non-utility businesses has improved. So again, I'll take you to the investor presentation and show this. Uh, then definitely COVID has affected their business just like every other business. And in the case of this company, a very important point because of which COVID has affected their business is that since this is a project-oriented work, it definitely requires an on-site presence. All right. So unlike an IT company or maybe any company in the services sector, uh, these are the projects where work from home doesn't work, and that's why work is really stalled and revenues are affected. And so is true for order books because overall the macroeconomic condition is not that good, and that is why the order book is also lagging behind expectations. And finally, the growth is impressive despite COVID. And like I said, the order book should pick up in the coming quarters. All right, so let me take you to the investor presentation now and show you the points that we discussed. Okay, here are we on the investor presentation. So it's a relatively short presentation, not very long. It would take about 5 minutes to go through. Right. So the company has, they have indicated in the presentation plus in the conference call that employee safety is paramount for them, just like any other good company would do. So these are the numbers. So quarter on quarter, the revenues are down about 2% odd, and whereas year on year the revenues are up about 27% or 26.2% to be precise. Now, year on year number, the base for the last year, that is quarter one, calendar year 20 for them, was a little bit, skewed or little bit distorted, just like every other company, because there was a random or there was a sudden lockdown in the month of March 2020, right? So this doesn't really make a lot of sense to be compared with the current quarter. If you see quarter on quarter, that is compared with the last quarter and this quarter, the revenues are down about 2% odd. However, what is an encouraging sign is that the margin, the profit before tax margin has improved. And that is why we see that despite a small fall in the revenues, the profit before tax absolute number has increased and the percentage increase is pretty decent. It's about 16.6%. Talking about the exceptional items, you would see that despite an increase in the profit before tax, the profit after tax has fallen compared to the last quarter. And the reason is because in the last quarter, that is December 2020, the quarter which ended December 2020, the company had an exceptional item. Now, I'm not going to get into what that exceptional item was, but do know that this number is kind of not very well representative of the profit because you need to remove the exceptional item when you're comparing it with the earlier quarter. So the point to note is that the profit has in fact increased by about 16.6%. Talking about the order book or the new order wins, so you would see that the company has, won orders worth about 848 crore rupees. And this is exactly what I was mentioning when I told you that the portfolio has improved, the order portfolio has improved. All right, so this is before going to the order portfolio, this is something that I want to draw your attention to. So they have, this is a company which is kind of, one of the few companies in India which can very proudly say that they have an innovative product portfolio. And this is one of the products that they spoke about in this particular presentation is it's a high voltage eco-friendly or eco-efficient product which minimizes the emission of sulfur hexafluoride. Okay, so SF6 is a sulfur hexafluoride. It's a gas, and it's, of course, it's a greenhouse gas. So limiting the emission of this greenhouse gas is going to be, it's going to work towards being eco-friendly for the company. All right, this is the macroeconomic slide, which I'm going to give it a skip because these numbers are pretty much the same in all the presentations. All right, so this is the order book balance that I was talking about. So if you see compared with the last quarter, in the current quarter, the contribution of products has increased compared to the last quarter. All right. So projects by nature are, they have a high gestation period, plus they have some, always an element of accounts receivable and higher working capital. And that is why having a higher product mix in the company's order book is always preferred, because products are something which are tangible, and they are to be installed or they are to be deployed as and when an order is received, and the gestation period is smaller. Okay. Second very important point is that the contribution to the order book from utilities has substantially declined. So compared with Q1 2020, in Q1 2021, a lot of orders have come in from the transport and infrastructure sector. Okay. So like I told you, this company is present in the capital goods space, and that is why these core industries like utilities, which are nothing but power distribution companies or power generating companies, they form a significant part of their overall client base. Okay. And it is very heartening to see almost 33% kind of a mix in the incremental orders for this particular quarter. All right. Also, do note that utilities are in a big trouble right now because of the ongoing problems, and fewer utilities would have been interested in having a modern power infrastructure, and that is probably the reason you see the contribution of utilities to the overall order book has declined. However, what is very heartening to see is that the same has been compensated for by the transport and infrastructure sector, and thereby making the overall order book, a little more balanced, I would say. All right. What I want to highlight your attention to is these two areas, which is renewables and renewables and data centers. So the company has classified these two areas as their high growth areas. All right. So India's current renewable energy capacity is about 90 gigawatts. I may be off by a few gigawatts here and there. And the targeted renewable energy capacity by 2030 is 375 gigawatts. All right. So we are talking about 3 times increase in the current renewable capacity for the country. And mind you, ABB Power Products and Systems Limited will be a big beneficiary of this kind of a movement in the renewables portfolio. Secondly, India's data center or data laws have been, they have become strict of late, and because of which a company like ABB Power Products is a beneficiary of better data laws, and they have classified data center business as one of their high growth areas along with renewables. Now, I'm not going to get into what exactly they do for data centers. Maybe that is for some other video. But for now, what we are going to talk about is the revenues. So you see that over the last 5 years, that is quarter one for FY 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21, we see that in this particular quarter, the revenues are highest, which is about 1023 crore. Now, this is very heartening to see, and at the same time, it is a little bit disappointing because if you see growth has been missing, like I have told you before also. However, you need to give the benefit of doubt to the company because executing projects in these difficult times is going to be challenging not only for this company, but maybe for any other company. All right. And that's what they have mentioned, that disruptions across value chain remain a key risk for the coming quarter. All right. Uh, then I want to talk a little bit about exports. So the company, when they separated or when they demerged from ABB India Limited, they had an export contribution of about 15%. And today they have an export contribution of about 18%. And the company has a clear strategy of increasing the export contribution to 25%. Okay. All right. So this we'll go and see in another document because it is better represented there. All right. So this is one line which I find very interesting about this company is it's a global conglomerate. Hitachi is a global conglomerate, and they have a very defined strategy of making India an export hub for their products. All right. And this is something that I told you in the last slide also, that they want to increase the export contribution significantly. Okay. So they say this, making in India for India and the world. All right, I think we are pretty much done with the investor presentation. Now, simply I'll take you to the financial statements and I'll show you one or two key elements. The number one element that I want to talk about is the other expenses. So let me zoom out a little bit and show you how other expenses have increased over a period of last 2 to 3 quarters. All right. So in the corresponding quarter last year, other expenses were about 191 crores. In the last quarter, other expenses were about 245 crores, and in the current quarter, other expenses are about 243 crores. Now, why am I, emphasizing or stressing so much on the other expenses? The reason is because if you see other expenses as a percentage of the total revenues, you would see that the number comes to approximately 24-25%. Now, that's a high number, isn't it? Okay. And a good possibility for the company is that after 3 years this number is likely to come down, and because of which the profitability for the company, or the PAT margin, profit after tax margin for the company, is going to increase. All right. Other than this, there is not much to talk about of the financials. I've already shown you the growth rates and everything. So that's all for now. Thank you. If you enjoy our videos, if you like our thought process, then do feel free to subscribe to our small case or visit our website, or both. Thank you very much.